Hey y'all, I am back with another project share. This is for the Loaded Envelopes Galore and More Facebook group, and this was a swap that was being hosted where we needed to make a loaded suitcase. So I found this sunflower digital paper on Etsy. I'll link it in the description box below. And so I decided that I really wanted to use it because I just have always loved sunflowers and I thought it was really cute. So the first thing I did is I used some tulle from Hobby Lobby. It's yellow and glittery to make some bows. And these buttons are also from Hobby Lobby. They're the Sewology, the ones that are in the fabric section. I always like to stock up whenever they're 50% off because they're not in the rotation very often. And I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of just clip the back off of them so that I can glue them down flat. And I made this sunflower using the paper from the collection. Obviously though, my printer doesn't print glittery. I would love that, but I added some stickles here and I popped that up a little bit, that middle circle, to give it a little bit more dimension. I used one of my border punches. I like to do this when I make rosettes to make the edges a little bit different. I don't have a die, and I do have different rosette cut files, but they are somewhat difficult to use. You have to size everything just right, and then you have to cut all those different pieces. So I usually just like to make them by hand and then use my border punches to change up the edges. And then I made this stick pin to go with it. I love to make stick pins. So all of these beads are from a variety of places. I cannot even remember. Hobby Lobby has my favorite beads, my favorite colors and shapes and styles. Michael's and Joann's both seem to have a larger selection. Theirs aren't as consistently on sale as Hobby Lobby, but Michael's every now and then runs their beads on sale where they're really cheap, like $2. And so a lot of times I'll go stock up. But Hobby Lobby is really bad about not selling very many different types of holiday type beads. So I tend to go to Michael's or Joann's because I can find peppermints and candy corn and, you know, all different types of, pumpkins and stuff like that. So I cut these leaves out using just a free cut file I had on my Cricut, and I tried to, just spray them with a little bit of water and give them some dimension. And this, I'm forgetting what this is called. It'll come to me in a second, but I'm sure y'all know what it's called. I actually found this at the Dollar Tree. I love this stuff and I have a lot of it, but I'm not really good with using it because I can't ever think of things to use it for paper crafting wise. But they had this and they had like a hot pink one, so I got both of those, and so I decided to add that in there. And the handle, I realize now after making this I could have slid these over a little bit more so the handle wasn't as scrunched. And then here's the sides, and I made another little oopsie because I completely forgot about the corners when I put the flower on. So unless you turn it to the side, you don't really notice it. I might try to just add something in that corner so it's not so noticeable, but I couldn't wrap it all the way around like in the tutorial, and I'll post a tutorial in the link below as well. And then here's the back. I just thought this was really cute, these little rain boot garden boots with the sunflowers in it. And okay, let me go to my tag since I'm already on the outside. So here's the tag. This is another paper that's on the inside. You haven't seen on the outside yet. And I added just some different sequins and seed beads in there in the different colors. The beads I got from the Dollar Tree, and I believe those sequins, the brown ones, the brown and gold, are also from Hobby Lobby, the Dollar Tree. The beads and the brown sequins are from the Dollar Tree. The sequins are those ones that come with like 6 different colors on that one card. And then the little star ones are just some that I've had in my stash that I got from eBay. So I used more of that. It's still not coming to me, y'all. I know y'all know what it is, but I cannot think of it for the life of me. On here to make a little bow. So I thought that turned out pretty cute. And then when you open it up, as you can see, the inside sunflowers match the tag. And so I use more of that brown polka dot that's on the sunflower. And then both sides of the suitcase have this sunflower paper in it, which I think is really cute. Okay, so everything that had to go inside does not match because as in an effort to use my scraps, from my previous project, I started making embellishments with my scraps. And I figured, what are the odds that someone's going to have something specific, to use sunflower stuff on? So I decided it didn't have to match because they're not necessarily, I guess I could store it. I kind of thought this suitcase would be cute to store some embellishments in. But anyway, so I just decided that the embellishments did not have to match. So we had to make 2 bag toppers. It's in my previous project. I do have a video up for it. It is also a suitcase, but it's a mini book. It's a mini book that folds up to look like a suitcase. And it was for a friend of mine at work. It was a Paris theme because she went to Paris for spring break. So I wanted to make her a book where she could put all of her pictures and memorabilia from that. So I made these little banner pieces. Just dropped it. I have layered them with foam. These flowers I order from eBay, and then I just alter them a little bit. They don't come looking this nice. I almost always have to spritz them with water and kind of open them up using my bent end tweezers. So I do that, and then I spray them with that Elmer spray glue and sprinkle them with glitter. And this is some eyelash trim that I have. It's all I have because I've never been able to find it before. I did not know till recently it was yarn, and someone sent me a whole pack of this stuff, and I was inquiring and found out it's yarn. So I'm gonna have to start getting me some of that. This is the other one that I have made. So this is just a rosette, and I put a circle on it, and there's a bow with a butterfly in the middle. I made some little antenna out of wire, and I love tassels. I love to make tassels. I love to use tassels. So I hung a tassel with a little, if you can see right there, I made a little paper hanger that is stuck behind the butterfly, and then the tassel also has a paper hanger. And this is just some trim that I had in my stash. And same thing here. This is kind of like a lacy trim. This is actually from, both of these are actually from Hobby Lobby. This I got from a swap. So there's that one. And this is a die. No, I'm lying. It is a cut on Cricut. You also had to include a sequins mix. So this sequins mix is actually from a previous swap I did on YouTube, and it was pretty clever. It came on the inside of a tag, so it was supposed to be like a shaker tag, but this little bag of sequin mix was the shaker parts, but it was in the bag. So I don't know if that's how she was making it a shaker because she didn't have acetate, or if she intended it for it to be reused as, the shaker pieces, sequin mix. So I decided, because the colors match so nice, even though I really am very tempted to keep it for myself, I decided to use this. And this is a recycled bag topper. And this flower is actually from the previous swap I did with the loaded envelopes galore and more. The loaded embellishment caddy, I believe it was called, or embellishment box, that Tamika from Scrap the World hosted. So this was a flower from my partner. So this was real easy to put together. We also had to make 2 treat bags. So I made them out of paper, again, paper from the collection. And so it's like not much can really go in here, but you know, maybe like some candy or a really teeny tiny small gift. And I made this shaker. This tag actually matches the tag that's on the suitcase, and so I made this double layered bow. And this is also those flowers from eBay. The seller sells them in the large, and this is the small. So is this one as well. This is more the butterfly cut from my Cricut, and you can kind of see it in there. I did the wire antenna, and I used more of the eyelash trim. And so all the little shaker pieces in here are ones from different sellers I've bought from eBay. I made some little French here, and this is a velvet trim that you can get at Hobby Lobby. And then this is my other one. This one has some upcycled pieces as well. So this really pretty lace on the back, it kind of blends in here. The silver is definitely really shiny in person, so it makes it stick out. Came in a swap, and this flower trim, and again the teardrop pearl trim from Hobby Lobby, and this bow I took off of some packaging that I received in a swap I had previously done. I stuck it on there. You also had to make a package of embellishments, and so I actually made two. So this is an embellishment that I made with the scraps. A bow, I just added some stickles. Here's some more fringe. This is some trim, this pink ribbon that's from a swap. And then here's more of that eyelash trim. I just added some glitter. I used my border punch here again. So let me open this up so you can, there's kind of a tight fit. And so here are the embellishments. I made more of those little banner pieces. And this one I added another butterfly. This one's the same with the flower. And in this one I kind of mimicked the idea from the back topper. I just left the tassel off. And then, sorry about that, y'all. This is the other package. I really like how these turned out. I was really tempted to keep these for myself as well. But I have lots of really pretty stuff that other people make for me that I want to use, so I'm going to share the wealth. This is just a simple heart cut from Cricut. This trim is so pretty. When I saw it at Hobby Lobby recently, I believe it's a newer trim, I had to have it, and so I used it on there. And then these are more of those flowers that I got from eBay. And again, I just spray them with some water and open up the petals to the way I like them. And a lot of times I kind of glue some up because the bottom ones will be really flat, and then everything in the middle will be really closed up, and I don't like that look. I like it to look like it's kind of fluid, like it's gradually closing up. So that's kind of what I do with that. So, and then here's the whole suitcase opened up. See if we can get all of that in there. Let me raise my camera up just a little bit. Okay, so this is my submission for the swap. I will, there were pictures at the beginning of the video. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.